What is up, my friends and fellow anti-netters? It is I, Scott Shepper. I'm driving right now. It's 6:03 post-meridium on a Thursday eve, and I just got done working at the office today and absolutely crushing it, working on issue number 4 of the Scott Shepper letter. And today I finally got everything completely done and out in the Word editor and aka like Microsoft Word, and it was just all day focused on editing, reading every single word out, cutting out unnecessary words. And the thing that I'm talking about in issue number 4 of the Scott Shepper letter is my ultimate writing process. It entails 6 separate phases for writing. Now, I'm not going to talk about that right now. The reason I hit the record button while driving is because of an idea of something that happened, I think either this morning, it might have been last night, or this morning. You see, whenever anyone signs up for the Scott Shepper letter, I give them 5 free digital gifts of Antinet related material. And part of the surprise, I don't even advertise this, is they also get access to a private community. And I don't advertise this. It's just a special bonus that they get for becoming a subscriber of the Scott Shepper letter. And out of the 300, or so people that have joined and become subscribers, paid monthly subscribers, there's been like maybe 2, at most 3 people that have had issues signing up and getting access and logging in and creating an account. And there's this one individual that, and he's, by the way, I'll just get into it. And the very first email I get from him after he signed up, and by the way, you can ignore that. I'm driving to a new area right now, so I've got the directions playing in the background. So get ready. You're gonna hear some of the directions throughout this recording. Anyway, this individual, the first email I get from him is like, Scott, I was so disappointed. I was so excited when I initially signed up, and I'm so disappointed. I'm not able to use my email address. It's broken. Like, this is horrible. What kind of operation are you running? Blah. And he went off. And, this long email. And this fellow, he's an older gentleman. And I looked into it. I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on? And for some reason, in the platform I used,
Bear right onto Cow Camp Road.
Yeah, and by the way, you heard that right. I'm bearing right onto a road called Cow Camp, in a fairly nice area, actually. So this individual just goes on a rant, and I look into it, and there was certainly some issue, it seemed like, or it sounded like, on his end with the platform I use. He actually was able to get access to it a few hours later, but what I decided to do, and I've done this before, is I'll create like a separate email address for him to log in at, and that way he can get access to everything. So I did this, and it started to work. But then what happens is his first email that he tried signing up with, that later on started to work. And so he then confused himself and has logged into 2 different accounts, and he can't figure out or remember which one he's logged into. And he was getting email notifications from the first account and then the second account and all of this stuff. So, he would constantly write me back, please, for the love of God, please delete this email. Like, I'm getting all of this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, seriously, you're the only one that's having this issue. And then there was other issues. He's emailing me asking about certain things, and hey, I'm on a fixed income, please, change my billing from the 14th to the 3rd, stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, I did it. But at the same time, here I am in crunch mode. I've got the deadline with issue number 4 of the Scott Shepper letter. And if I have, and these are just 2 sample instances from this individual. And so if I have my finite mental life energy continually soaked up by this individual, I'm thereby kind of being selfish and hurting all the other 300 people that are counting on me to dedicate my mind energy, life energy, into creating the best damn issue number 4 of the Scott Shepper letter, which I've spent all day. I blocked out, I got his, this guy's message earlier today, and, I'm like, okay, well, one way is I could actually it'll take me like 15 minutes to solve his latest issue. And I'm like, no, I'm like blocking out the entire day until 5 p.m. of just going deep and doing deep work and blocking out all distractions. And so anyway, he messaged me, and I think he had yet another issue like last night. And I messaged him back, and I was like, hey, look, like, if this is going to be a recurring problem, I was like, I'll be honest, I'm very close to just canceling your subscription and refunding your money, and sorry, but it's not meant to be. Peace, no hard feelings, bye. And the principle here is that if your customers or clients can fire you, you, of course, can fire your customers or clients. I think Nordstrom has done this before, where they blacklist certain clients and customers that, return items far too many times. And, with any business, with any solopreneur business, with any independent intellectual business, with any knowledgepreneur business, you need to guard your attention, because there are time vampires out there, and you need to proactively, and be on the lookout for any customers that are kind of just irritating you. Like, cut them loose, clip them. And this individual, like, I messaged him earlier today, and I was like, hey, I'm very close to just canceling your membership and, refunding you. And I haven't got a response, but since then he's been freaking awesome and things are going fine. And I think what it at least does and communicates is that, at least to him, he's like, oh shit, well, I need to figure my own thing out. Like, earlier today, his issue was in regards to like a Windows 8 versus Windows 11 issue or something with the platform. And sure, look, like that could be on the priority list, and that certainly could be for like the platform that I use. But at the same time, you're the only one that's having this issue, and this is a recurring issue, a recurring problem. So anyway, the concept here is to not be afraid to cut members loose and subscribers loose if they are soaking up mind energy. And, after the message today, he's, been posting around and been adding a ton of value, around the subscriber community. And the reason, is because he's looks at it as if, oh shit, I can screw this up if I continue bugging Scott with every single issue. And look, I'm not trying to be a dick. This guy, it's fine. Like, I love my subscribers and my people. And, if you're a subscriber listening to this, like, I wouldn't worry about me divulging a similar type of story about you. Chances are, like, I would say, as you may know me, my scale, how I work, I never say 100%. I only say 96%. But I think there's a 96% chance you are not in this camp. And you don't have anything to be worried about. But, and I'm going to wrap this up here in a second. But not only do you want to reactively, cut members loose, you also want to proactively cut members loose by really repelling people that are going to be annoying and what I call a Buzz Killington for even signing up to become a client of yours, a customer of yours in the first place. And so what I'm talking about is like the preemptive repelling of Buzz Killingtons and annoying people. And what you want to do is, like, for instance, on my Scott Shepper homepage, I say that, hey, if you're an intellectual, but you're also someone that doesn't laugh at Family Guy and takes life too seriously, then I'm not for you. Peace and love. Bye. Right? And Gary Halbert, the famed copywriter who I always drone on and on about, he did this on his website as well. He, if you are a subscriber of issue number 3 of the Scott Shepper letter, you know that I gave you an assignment to neuroimprint his homepage. And on his homepage of the Gary Halbert letter, you'll see that he has this funny intro, and it says from Gary C. Halbert, and the location is north of Jewfish Creek. And one of the reasons he does that, it's humorous, it's funny, but also he does it to signal and repel anyone that would get offended by saying such a thing, north of Jewfish Creek, right? And it also indicates there's some inside joke there. This is something that, spoiler alert, you're gonna read up on a little bit more in issue number 4 of the Scott Shepper letter. And what he's doing is he's preemptively repelling any Buzz Killingtons or people that would be easily offended. So the concept here is, as I'm thinking about this, and I've thought about this for a while, the term anti-netters. And I think anti-net, refers to an analog Zettelkasten, right? And I created an acronym out of it. But I also think it refers to a bigger and further spanning ideology. And, the idea here is there's kind of anti-marketing, which anti-marketing, the idea there is to not attract as many people as possible. It's essentially to repel as many people as possible so that you can focus your life energy on the people who you value most, providing value to the people that you value. And so this has given me the idea, and I've talked about it with another subscriber via email, is the idea of broadening the term Antinet to, teach not only Antinet Zettelkasten, but also Antinet Marketing, Antinet Writing, and the philosophy that goes into kind of the deliberate way, the hard way, the analog way, and the unconventional way of doing not only knowledge development, but writing and marketing. So there's essentially the concept I'm getting at is teaching marketing the Antinet way. Anyway, those are just some thoughts. I'm gonna get back to it and hopefully not crash and start to pay attention here on this drive. Peace and love, and hope that this thought helps you think through things and be totally okay with repelling people and also cutting people loose, because either A, you'll get rid of a person or a subscriber that is not really a good fit for your tribe, and then, or second, you'll actually whip them into shape and have them start contributing and adding value because they realize, hey, you're not going to put up with bullshit. So anyway, that is the lesson. Peace and love, and stay crispy, my friends.